Salutations everybody, it is Matty here today with my thoughts on Skyrim the Special Edition, and I wanted to talk about this today for a number of reasons. Number one is I've never dedicated a video so far on my thoughts on this game, and if I think it's a good idea, bad idea, just my general thoughts on it. I've kind of tossed little tidbits out here and there in other videos, but also this game is actually very special to my channel in particular because that's kind of what started off the YouTube career. I got about 30,000 or so subs from Skyrim because that was the first game that actually gained attraction to my channel, and I actually started getting a decent amount of viewership coming in, and that was kind of the building block to lead up to Fallout 4 because I had a Bethesda fan base at that point, and from Fallout 4 here we are today. So Skyrim was the start of it all for me. I used to do rare weapon guides and all that stuff, and you really want to throw it back, you can go to my playlist on YouTube and check them out because I'll have them linked down below if you really do, and it's just a good thing to kind of look back at times and think, that's where it all started. So that's why I wanted to talk about my thoughts on Skyrim being up-resed. I was a console player primarily at the time. I played it on the 360, played all the DLC, upwards of 400, 500 hours on it. I absolutely loved Skyrim. Mind you, that was with one character. I put a lot of time into Skyrim. I was addicted even to the radial questline that we so much despise in Fallout 4 for the most part. There are some decent radial quests here and there when you first start the game off, but obviously over time it just gets redundant. But in Skyrim, that was something I really enjoyed. But on top of that, it was tons of side quests. And so to see it be getting a special edition, I was curious originally what Bethesda would be adding to that. And I gotta say I'm a little smidge disappointed because I feel like there was a good opportunity with Skyrim to just add some new areas, expand the map just ever so slightly, add 30, 20 locations. And I'm not making that sound like it's something really easy to do because it's not, but I think that's something that would have been attractive for newcomers of Skyrim and also old fans like myself who've been playing Skyrim for years now and absolutely love it and have such fond memories. Sometimes that new coat of paint isn't going to do the trick, but I think this is actually an important remaster to do for one main reason, and that's because Skyrim on the PlayStation 3 was broken to shit. Just with the DLC and everything, there were so many crashes, bugs and everything. I know people are going to say Bugthesda, I get it, and it was just a shitty outcome. So I think a lot of people missed out on Skyrim, and I feel like this is their chance to get in on the action. The other thing that's awesome about Skyrim, I feel, is that it holds up surprisingly well today. There's a lot of different play styles you can take. There's lots of builds. I think Fudge Muppet's channel speaks to that. There are so many different builds you can do in Skyrim, which I think is a very attractive option for a lot of us who are going to be coming back to this game. We're going to be able to build someone entirely different and play the game in a new way. One way it doesn't age as well is because there's not really choice in the game. There's not a lot of actual role playing. You know, you are the Dragonborn, and that's about as far as it goes in that scenario. And they tell some decent stories here and there in the side quests, and the main story isn't too bad either. At the end of the day, I feel like certain things with this game aren't going to age as well. One thing that's really exciting for a specific audience, the console users, is mods, and I think this is fantastic, and I hope Bethesda continues to do this with their games where they start bringing them back from the past onto current gen platforms so that fans can experience mods on all their favorite games. I'd love if they did this with a Fallout 3 fully remastered, a New Vegas, brought in the Bethesda net system, and started letting console users experience all the mods that they've missed over all these years. Same thing with Oblivion, Morrowind. These games all have great mods that can really expand this game and give all types of fans who have loved them so much this new experience in a cool, unique way. And I wish that they did this. I know it takes a lot more effort, but still, I would absolutely love that if they can make this happen. One issue with the Skyrim Special Edition is that it opens the door, as I was just talking about, to other remasters, and now there's a bit of an expectation. Well, if they brought back Skyrim, they should bring back Oblivion, or they should bring back Fallout 3, as I was just previously stating. And so now I think that Bethesda put a little bit of weight on them because they see an opportunity here to make some more money. It was pretty easy for them to make money because they ported Skyrim over to the Xbox One, so they had the work basically done there, and they just had to up-res some stuff and just essentially ship the package later on this year. And I think that it's a smart idea to sell it, but I just kind of hoped for a little bit more. What us PC users seem to be getting is a more stable version of the game. Now, I never had an issue running Skyrim. I always thought it ran perfectly fine, never had any crashes or anything. I know that sounds foreign in a Bethesda game, but I really didn't have any problems with the game whatsoever. On PC, that is. So seeing it go 64-bit, that the save files are going to be transferable, all stuff like this is very exciting to me personally. And even if they didn't add new locations potions and items to collect in Skyrim. I feel like they could have added a new feature of some form, something similar to like the Fallout 4 survival mode, just a new way to experience the game. So if I'm kind of picking up this game on a whim, then I can have that brand new experience of, oh, well, I'm going to play Skyrim in survival mode, we'll say, for example. I kind of think Skyrim in a weird way is built for it because they have the fast travel system on the horse and buggy. They also have all the alchemy and the enchantment system and the blacksmithing, where I feel like a survival-esque type of game would actually fit very well into Skyrim, especially when you also have the Hearthfire DLC to allow you to build homes around the world. Nonetheless, though, at the end of the day, I feel I'm quite excited for this. I don't know how much I'm going to actually play it, though, because I want to play it for a review, but there are so many games coming out this fall. It's absolutely unfair. I'm talking like Mafia, Civ 6, and so many others are coming out in October alone. November's a beast of its own, and this game year doesn't even stop in December when most games stop so you can catch up. There's like 3 games I'm interested in coming out in December, which I believe are Steep, South Park, and Kingdom Hearts 2.8. So it's just like, whew, you're killing me, games industry, I'll tell you what, because there's just so much to play and you got to really pick and choose wisely. And especially when I'm in this situation where I want to review these games, I want to be that guy for you guys. I'm hoping that a lot of these developers are planning on doing early game launches for reviewers and whatnot, because that would make life a lot easier. But anyway, I'm going off track now. I'd love to hear your thoughts in general on Skyrim the Special Edition. I do understand this video was slightly delayed, but I just wanted to really talk about this because I'm finally catching up on everything after E3, and the podcast will be live tomorrow, by the way. A lot of you guys were wondering if that was actually going to happen or not, and it is. So yes, the podcast will return after 3 weeks tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed that and enjoyed this video. Other than that, be sure to follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. The links are, as always, in the description down below. Check out sugarbomb.com, the place by Bethesda fans for Bethesda fans. Other than that, stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.